All right. Okay. You know, the converse to the story we just shared is this one. You know, a congratulation is an expression of joy, praise, or good wishes for someone's achievement of success. This makes the recipient feel valued and to expect more from him or her. The saying, journalists, or if you like, broadcasters, they are not born, they are made. It holds true for the ebullient and meticulous Babajide Kolade-Otitoju, fondly referred to as BKO, who was recently named Director News, TVC Communications. Congratulatory messages have come in from all around. The Hangout joins the teaming group in hailing him. Let's share this story with you. Come, let's go. Theophilus Elama is our guide.
Our own Director of News, TVC News, Babajide, Kolade-Otitoju.
It was a gathering of friends, colleagues, and associates, a convergence to celebrate one man whose impact on their lives is beyond measure. That man is one of Nigeria's most respected investigative journalists, Babajide Kolade-Otitoju, popularly known as BKO. This celebration was in honor of his new role as Director of News, TVC Communications.
Success, impactful stories, rewarding awards. Congratulations, BKO, celebrate today.
The first Suri, held at the Lux Hotel, was filled with seasoned journalists, men and women, who had paved the way and set standards for younger professionals to emulate. The following day, another promotion party held at Dole's in Victoria Island. It was an elegant all-white affair. Past and present mentees, friends, former colleagues, and family members gathered to celebrate a remarkable milestone for the man widely known as BKO. The gathering highlighted his years of dedication, his fearless approach to storytelling, and the lasting influence he continues to have on Nigeria's media landscape. Guests shared heartfelt reflections, describing BKO as a mentor, a leader, and a consistent voice of truth, whose commitment to excellence remains unmatched.
He's a man that he has a knack for excellence and also for success. So I believe coming on board now will continue in that trajectory of growth, of excellence, and as well as impactful journalism.
BKO is that person that pulls people along. He knows how to carry his staff. He knows how to inspire you to bring your best to the table. Proactive, he's not reactionary. He believes in, he's a visionary. He sees the future and he plans towards it. When he brings you on, you key in.
When you talk of professionalism in journalism, thoroughness and the deepness, and he's diligent in his assignment, and he's standing out.
The kind of impact, the kind of discussion, and the kind of direction it seems to be taking us is quite admirable. I've seen that he's hands-on. He watches TVC almost like 24/7. So in my head, there's a BKO when somebody is firing bar, when somebody is working with a sound bite. So I think BKO will take me back to classroom. I'm beginning to sharpen up even my grammatical knowledge. Is that finicky about the job?
The celebration became a warm tribute to a man who has shaped national conversations and inspired many through his discipline, integrity, and depth of knowledge, as others also joined virtually to share goodwill messages.
For my family and for my career and everything to Oga, and we can't appreciate him enough.
Organizers say the event was an affirmation of BKO's legacy as one of Nigeria's most respected media figures, honored for his contribution, impact, and unwavering professionalism.
I worked with BKO for years and I know the kind of person he is. Putting this together is just about a week, and people were forthcoming. All those who did IT with us, all those who served as core members with our unit, all of them came on board. Those in UK, those in US, virtually everybody came on board.
BKO, we've come a long way. And when you have somebody that is understanding as a boss, somebody that can lay down your life, you can see everybody here. Some were interns at the point in time that passed through him. Some came to serve, to do the NYC. Some called in all the way from the United Nations, United Kingdom, and to say that we passed through this man. Fairness, justice, it's love. It's somebody that you'll be forced, you will love him. At any point in time, committed, somebody that is accommodating. He's not a boss that will be coming and people will be scampering around. No, he's somebody that is so amiable and he gets the job done.
He's an amazing boss, flexible as he is. He practices professionalism to the highest point. He does not compromise on anything, and by anything I mean anything whatsoever. And if he likes you, you'll probably be the one that will, I would say, suffer the most, because he will expect quite a lot from you. And it's been amazing working with him so far. He gave me my first chance at journalism, especially with TVC News, some 10 years ago. And since then, I'm proud of him. I'm proud of what he has attained and achieved.
While thanking the committee for putting the events together, BKO said he remains committed to strengthening the newsroom, noting that his new role will enable him to better support journalists and ensure the team performs at its best.
But I feel really elated seeing some people that I had not seen in up to 7-8 years coming here to rejoice with me. They gave me a total surprise, and to see people so happy about the fact that I've been given this appointment, this onerous task, is something that fills my heart with joy, and it's a big challenge to me to deliver on the mandate that I've been given, to do my best to justify the confidence that the management has in me.
The final leg of the celebration, tagged the Grand Dinner Gala, was hosted by BKO friends at Radisson Anchorage in Victoria Island. The ambience was warm yet formal. Dressed in black suits and bow ties, members of the press and other invited guests, which included his sister, gathered to celebrate a maestro in journalism profession. Top journalists from both print and broadcast media arrived to honor and appreciate BKO, a man many describe as a good friend, a dependable boss, and a brother. They spoke glowingly of his dexterity in the newsroom, character, and how his perspectives have helped shape national discourse. Others admonished young journalists to emulate his drive, discipline, and dedication to the craft in order to excel.
A man that I consider a sound professional, a committed journalist. We were at an event the other day, and our host was saying, Otitoju is known for investigative journalism. What he was referring to is that, look, this is a very disciplined, journalist who tries at all times to get his information right, and who will go to every length to make sure that he double checks. The rule in journalism is, if in doubt, leave out. So he doesn't come from the generation of people who rely on social media or Google. He comes from a background of rigorous self-application. And I think this is what has distinguished him. And it's not just about having, the basic knowledge and talent. He's also one of those journalists with very wide contacts. If you see Otitoju analyzing security situation, analyzing policies, you know that he's not doing armchair analysis. He has taken his time, to talk to experts, to investigate, and then, of course, added to his own experience. He has been in this business for, I think, about 4 decades.
BKO works almost 24/7. So if you are in Goose Books and he knows that you have value, BKO is similar to our CEO. They will drive you to a lot because they always want you to keep improving yourself, keep giving to the society, keep becoming a better person in terms of management, human relationship, financing, organizational structure, and what have you. So for me, I'm proud to have come across him, and BK was part of people that Yoruba will call Afunima Wube. He gives cheerfully and is willing to go all hog for anyone and everyone once they just cause. So there is no amount of time that is enough to celebrate wisdom, fearlessness, humility, cheerfulness, giving freely. A philanthropical person to BKO. It's a wonderful person to work with.
We just to be dedicated to what you do, and to have this hunger for knowledge, because Babajide can discuss almost anything. And you know, for me, I mean, when people talk about Babajide now, I remember the younger version of him when we were in the newsroom in those days. It was playful, it was fun, and we talked about almost everything. Because back then we were reporting everything. So the lesson is to be professional, is to have this insatiable hunger for knowledge and wanting to be the best of yourself every time.
He's a fantastic journalist, a thoroughbred journalist who doesn't just, look at things from the one side, but he will look at things from every angle.
BKO, visibly excited, recounted his journey over the years with some of those present and reiterated his resolve to remain truthful, courageous, and principled journalist.
I'm really, really excited by the honor you gentlemen and women have done me by not only putting this event together, but showing up in impressive numbers. I do not take this for granted. I'm extremely grateful.
Babajide Kolade-Otitoju is a multiple award-winning investigative journalist, historian, polemicist, and songwriter. He remains an inspiration and role model to many in both print and broadcast media, particularly at TVC Communications, where he continues to make a mark for himself and put the station through this new role on the world map.
Great. Mayor, what more can we add? Safe to say, Jide was created by the environment he found himself in. So he's reacting to the environment.
Let me start by expressing my regrets that I couldn't attend the event.
Were you invited?
Yes, I was invited. But as an old man, sometimes you suffer these niggles here and there. So I woke up that day having this terrible lower back pain, and I couldn't walk, so I didn't leave the house that day. But let me say that, let me say my congratulations first, and then say that I'm not surprised that Jide has been appointed as Director of News. I want to commend the management of TVC for what they've done, because those of us who have the privilege of knowing him for some time now know how brilliant he is. Somebody that was with the news, PM News and Tempo group.
He has gone through the eye of the needle.
That's what I'm saying. They were very strong when it comes to news, and it was the middle of it. I'm sure those 3 titles, he must have edited the 3 titles or 2 out of the 3 titles. So it's somebody that is well grounded when it comes to news. And in case our viewers may not know, after the office of the CEO, the Director of News is probably the most important person in the station, because that is the person in charge of the soul of the station.
He's like the clearinghouse.
Yes, the soul of the station. There are other programs, but the news determines, that's the soul of the station. So the Director of News is like the conductor of what everybody is doing. Yes. So it's a very, very powerful post. It's a very, very important post. And I think it's a huge responsibility. But I have no doubt that he will be able to handle it. It's a piece of cake for him, because, like I said, those of us who have known him since the news days know that when it comes to news, Babajide is a very brilliant
All right.
journalist.
BK, nothing more to add. Safe to say, keep doing what it took you to get started. You know, I don't see you dropping the ball at this stage. One more time, congratulations.
Thank you so much. And I want to say thank you to my friends who deemed it good enough to organize those tripartite receptions. I am very grateful. My family is grateful for what they've done. There are still people even in Abuja saying, look, we want to organize reception for you. And I'm like, this should be enough at this stage so that I can focus fully on on executing the mandate that I've been given.
Yeah.
And I promise my friends and the management that I will do my best. And I will do my best. I will give the job my all.
All right, folks. I repeat one more time. Journalists are born. They are not made. Jide is a born journalist. So now to our next story. You know, the bail controversy centers on balancing pretrial freedom with public safety. Of course, the debate continues to balance cash bail with a